we'll choose the most resonant card from the 3 below. Double click the card to connect with it. Remember to post the card you chose in the comments before revealing it. Further enhance the induction between the board, and this can make the energy connection better and the precision of the board will be higher. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Have you made your choice? First, let's see what we draw for the baby who chose the first card. It's the 6 of Cups. Congratulations to the baby who chose this card. Your loved one has not abandoned you and their hearts. Regardless of your current situation, whether you're in a cold war, disconnected, or have completely separated, broken up, blacklisted, deleted, etc. But he hasn't really let go of you. He hasn't really let go. He hasn't completely given up on you. He will still forgive you. Then I can't bear it. And I might still think of the happy, warm scene when we were together. Sometimes I think about how beautiful we once were. I still harbor such beautiful longing, the warmth we once had, the real emotions we once shared. Although he didn't really give up completely, he still remembers. There is even a regret in his heart, you see. The two have become like this. He never really gave up on you in his heart, or has given up on this relationship. Of course, there will be nostalgia. Sometimes even I would think of some beautiful things. So for those who draw this card, I actually suggest you try to fight for this relationship again. Because if you still love him and he has not given up on you, right? In fact, he is also reminiscing about the beautiful past of 2 people, and for the current state, he would actually have some regrets in his heart, right? If you have this reluctance and attachment, why not try to give each other some chances? Don't let too much negative emotion or external obstacles, pressures, and internal disagreements interfere with how you do it. If you're currently confused or unsure if this relationship is truly suitable for both of you, will my efforts really be useful? You may have some doubts like this and that, or some uncertain factors can also be looked at individually. We aim at your situation. Take a targeted interpretation of the board situation between the 2 people at the moment. Should I make some efforts? Or where should I direct my efforts if I decide to make them, right? We need to take a targeted look. The more help you can get, the better. Okay, let's see what we draw for the baby who chose the second card. The new currency 10 is the card drawn for this baby. The person you love in his heart might already have feelings for you that are actually at a stage. During the process of slowly fading, he might not have completely given up on you in his heart. There's still some residual feelings. He gave up on you, but maybe in a state of ongoing or in the process of giving up, because the situation can be observed from the board. First of all, he has a certain emotional foundation for you. He is not just playing with you. He has never cherished or said that he has never liked you. No, he does have feelings for you, but he may feel that you two have become increasingly unfamiliar. In his view, there have already been many between you two. Some distances or gaps. For instance, because we don't regularly engage in deep emotional exchanges, communication, accumulating some misunderstandings, not spoken about, not clarified, some disagreements. When things get worse, when it becomes more intense, it will make the other person feel like there's a distance between you two. Becoming increasingly larger, we are becoming more and more unfamiliar in a strange place. Under this condition, but he exists on an entire emotional level.
During the process
an alienation process. So he hasn't completely given up his feelings for you yet. If we continue like this, it feels like we will become more and more unfamiliar. He might really slowly turn into a stranger and might feel, so I should try to let go slowly and be in such a process. So if you really love him when you draw this card, there is still a chance to make some remediation, but the difficulty of remediation might be
slightly more than just now.
The difficulty is a bit higher. So I would suggest that the baby who draws this card must go specifically if he wants to recover, judge the situation alone, because the public face might have already. You can no longer satisfy your needs. You need to specifically look at the situation of the 2 people, look at the subsequent development. including, for example, the other person's current attitude towards the relationship, their mindset, situation. And let's have a look. Which aspect should be worked on to make some efforts to save or improve would be better. You should strive with a purpose, otherwise it's all in vain and might even backfire. Finally, let's look at the baby who chose the third card. We drew the other one of Xin. The baby who drew this card, that person might really feel in there's 50,000 left in this relationship. Without hope, he is now completely negative and pessimistic in attitude. His feelings have slowly died out and it feels a bit like his heart has turned to ashes. He might feel that this relationship is beyond saving. To say there is no ability to return to the original state from the table. Looking at his current mental state, the new crown news factor is very serious. He will think that there is no possibility for any kind of relationship between the two of you. This feeling, whether it's an inner feeling that there is a problem between two people, or there are external conflicts to analyze, or there are some disharmonious interactions between two people, these are some misunderstandings. Just these, no matter what reason. Looking at this relationship, it seems utterly hopeless. I can't see any hope, even though there might be a bit of regret and unwillingness to give up, but he is very desperate. In this state of despair, his heart is already dead. He can't mobilize himself anymore. Go to the good frozen ones. It's better enthusiasm to do something, or perhaps go to make some efforts for the relationship between the two people. He can't do it now. Don't expect the other party to come to you, or say the initiative to reconcile will come soon. He really feels like he is in a state of lying flat and playing dead right now. And he might even just be alone there. He is silently upset or perhaps regretful in his heart, but he will no longer take action or even bother. You can see some efforts in behavior. So speaking of this card, the baby is quite a pity from the look on this card, because you can't see the nose from the simple look of the card. What exactly is the reason or consideration between two people? That is to say, both sides have negative emotions, right? There are some irreconcilable contradictions between the two. These have caused a serious negative emotion between each other, but we only look at the results. From the results, he really has given up on you. And this relationship in his heart, in the middle, because he already has a bit of that feeling of despair, he doesn't have that kind of initiative, without that kind of flame, that kind of ability to try again or something like that. The heart may no longer be a very passionate beating. So under these circumstances, I can't do more for this relationship. Respond to you now. If you contact him or want to talk to him again, he might be very resistant. He would feel that no matter how hard he tries, it seems useless and in vain. The pessimistic emotion is very serious. So the baby who draws this card, if they want to mend this relationship or make some efforts, they need to adjust and try to help first. May need to adjust the evaluation, want to try to help the other party adjust some negative and pessimistic emotions, and also need to enhance the frequency of communication and emotional to consolidate each other, exchange on emotional maintenance, energy. Maybe we need to do some energy work. Reviewing or topic cleaning is just like the current debate energy between the two of you. The other party's condition is so bad that it's hard for you to make any efforts on your own. The effect might not be that great. As for how to do it specifically, you can find me to check out the above is the interpretation of the whole board, because what the prisoner of the Song Dynasty saw was just a thing of the Song Dynasty. It's not a very targeted one that can really help you point out a suitable direction for you. So I suggest if you really have confusion about your feelings, you must specifically arrange to examine your situation alone to see what should be done. What's the best way to handle it?